Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. So today I'm going to be talking about how to swap tokens and coins on each chain, or the most popular ones, and also how to swap tokens cross-chain. So you can send something from the Binance chain to the Avalanche chain, or the Ethereum chain to the Polygon chain, or wherever you want to send it. Super easy to do. Got a friend who wanted to get into crypto a little bit more as far as different tokens and coins, but he didn't use Metamask too often and really didn't know much about this. He uses the Tangent wallet and he loves it, and it's a great wallet. But if you want to do a little bit more out there, Metamask is a great option. You do what's best for yours. Let's hop over. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. First off, you're going to need to have Metamask installed on your computer or wherever you're going to be doing this. It's super easy to do. Go to metamask.io. Always make sure you're using official links when you're going to Metamask and you're downloading their software. Once you have it installed, you're going to need to install different chains so you can interact with each network. So how does that work? Well, here's my MetaMask right here, and I have the Ethereum chain, which comes standard installed on the MetaMask wallet when you get it, but you have to install the other chains. There's Avalanche and Binance, Polygon and Phantom, Arbitron One, Optimism. You can see there's several in here. You can even have test nets in here if you're doing something for development. There's a lot of different ones. So how do you get these all installed? Well, I've got a really great video on that. It's going to have a card right up above here, or at the end of this video, right up over there. I'll have a link to it there as well. If you go ahead and skip ahead in the video, I think it's to 7 minutes and 20 seconds or right around there, I explain how to install the different chains on your MetaMask wallet. It's so easy to do. I promise you it won't take you more than 10 seconds to install all of the chains that you're going to want to interact with. For today, and the chains that I interact with the most are the Avalanche, the Binance, and the Polygon chain. Sometimes the Phantom chain, sometimes other chains, but for the most part, Avalanche, Binance, and Polygon. I don't do much on the Ethereum network. The gas fees are just way too high. When they kicked out the miners and they promised that gas fees were going to drop because of all this great new technology, really they just shit on everybody. So, my opinion. I don't use the Ethereum chain unless I absolutely have to. Otherwise, like I said, I use the other three chains. And we're going to be going over those three chains today. I'm going to show you how to swap on those chains. So first things first, how do you get money onto your MetaMask account? Well, you simply send it like any other wallet that you have. You go right up top here, and there's a button you can click to copy your wallet address. The great thing about MetaMask is that no matter what chain you're on, the wallet address is the same. It differentiates where the token is coming from and knows what chain to put it on. So it's really great like that. Now, when you want to interact with each one of these chains, you are going to need a little bit of a token of what they call their native token to interact with that. Think of it like going to another country. When you go there, you're going to need some of their money to interact with anything you want to do, whether it be food or somewhere to stay or whatever it may be. You'll need some money of their currency. It's the same idea here. When you're on different chains, you need some of their token. So how do you get that? Well, I use crypto.com as an on and off ramp. And what's an on and off ramp? Well, it's from my bank, my personal bank, my fiat, to my crypto account. Or if I want to go from crypto to my bank account, my fiat account. And there's an on and off ramp. Once I buy some crypto from my bank account and I buy it and I have it on crypto.com, crypto.com is a centralized trading platform and wallet. I don't like to keep my money on centralized platforms, so I would definitely send it off to my MetaMask wallet at that point. So the easiest way to do that is to go ahead and just buy something that you're going to be wanting to interact with. Like, let's say you bought some Polygon. Let's say you just bought some Polygon on crypto.com, and now you've got $100 of Polygon in your wallet. Well, you would take that Polygon and send it to your MetaMask wallet for your Polygon. That way you would have some Polygon for the native chain that you're going to be interacting with. Later on, when we talk about swapping cross chains, I'll show you how to fund your BNB or your Avalanche so you have native token for all of them. Let's hop into it. So if you're going to be trading on the Avalanche chain, for instance, we'll start there. Typically, people use Trader Joe. It's where most everybody comes to. But don't think that they're the only one, because there are other options and there are better pricing out there as well. And you want to price compare a little bit. Sometimes you can get a little bit more just by looking at one or two other sites. So how does this work? First things first, we come over here to Connect Wallet. I click on that. I am going to choose Metamask. You'll have to click the checkbox down here. I click Metamask and a window pops up right over here. Let me drag it over and here it is. And this is just saying, do you allow Trader Joe to interact with your wallet so they can just see the tokens you have and perform any of the transactions that you want to have happen on their trading platform? So I'm going to say yes. Let's go ahead and connect. And now they can communicate with the wallet. So I'm going to go over here to trade. And here it is here. So first things, I click on AVAX and it'll bring down the list of all the tokens that are available. Now it's scanned my wallet, so it sees I have a little AVAX, which is the native token, and a little playable. So let's say I wanted to buy some playable, a little bit more. We'll put AVAX, and down here we select the token. We can scroll through all the different tokens, or we can click on them by different sections on top. We'll just click playable. And then how much do you want to buy? Well, if I click max, the problem is that I'm going to use all of my AVAX. And how will I pay the transaction fee in AVAX, because it's the native token, if I've spent it all on this transaction? You can't, and it'll give you an error. So you only can buy a little bit because you need to save a little bit of this for transaction fees. Now, how much transaction fees? Typically, they're about a penny to 5 cents on the chains that we're going to be working on. If you're on the Ethereum chain, it may cost you $5 or $10. Here, it may cost you 1 penny to 3, 4, 5 cents. So it's a lot different. So for this, we're just going to go ahead and I don't know. We'll get, how much does that give us for playable? All right, it gives us 1,477 playable for this much AVAX. So we're going to go ahead and click swap, and a window pops up, and this is for the transaction request. And we are going to say yes to this. It's going to cost me 2 cents in network fees. We will click there. Now it's showing right here that we can look at this on Snowtrace. For each one of these chains, they have their own block explorer that you can look at transactions on, and theirs is Snowtrace. Each, like the Binance will have theirs, Polygon Network has theirs, Polyscan or BNB Scan. This one's called the Snowtrace. So there you go. So we click on our MetaMask wallet, and then we go to our tokens, and we'll wait here for a quick second, and we should see that this transaction changes, or did it already? I forgot how much I had when I started. Nonetheless, that's how you do it on Trader Joe. If we go over to PancakeSwap, this is primarily going to be for the BNB chain. There are other chains that you can work with within here, but typically BNB is the one you go to PancakeSwap for. So again, another quick example. I'm not going to do all the different chains and show you, but it's the same idea. So first things we need to do is connect our wallet, and we're going to choose MetaMask, and a window pops up, and it says, do you want to let them connect? Yes, we do. Now, remember, at the end of this video, I do want to let you know that I'm going to show you how to disconnect from all of these sites at the end, because you never want to leave your wallet connected to any one site. What if they got hacked and someone got access to their site? They could still get access to your wallet. So you want to disconnect at the end. I'll show you how. So now that we're connected and we click the drop down here, we can see that it says we have a little BNB in our wallet, and that's all we have. So, well, look at that. There's a coin right there that I have a little bit of that I never bought, and I will never interact with that in my wallet. As a matter of fact, I have it hidden within my wallet, because if you ever get a token or coin in your wallet that you have no idea how it got there, do not interact with it, because if you do, you could be giving them, like when we signed those papers, that document I just signed, when I gave them permission, you may be giving them permission to even more. So you don't want to interact with them. They are malicious for the most part, and they're looking to get your tokens and get a hold of your wallet. So don't click on things like that. If something pops up and says, oh, hey, we've detected a new token, and you're like, XYZ token, I've never bought that, hide it. Forget about it, because I'm telling you, if you interact with it, it could cause problems. Even if you think, well, I'll just send it to another wallet and then interact with it on that one. Just interacting with it at all is putting yourself in jeopardy, and I wouldn't. My opinion, do what you want. So we have BNB in here, and then for the drop down here, we're going to choose, I don't know what we're going to choose here. We'll choose something. We'll buy some cake. We'll leave it on cake. Cake is the token they use here on BNB if you want to do any staking or anything like that. You want to get into bonuses, you need to use Cake, and that's PancakeSwap's, like, their own little token. Same thing for Trader Joe. They have Joe token. They all have their own. But We'll do cake, for instance, here. So now, how do we know what we're going to get? Well, we'll click here just for the argument's sake, 25% of what we have in BNB, which is $3.39. It's going to swap for $3.39 worth of cake, so that's really nice. And we would be able to go, click swap, and here we are here. Now, here's something I want to show you because this is where people get confused. It's called slippage. And what is slippage? Well, slippage is the price between what you want to buy and what's available out there. So a quick example, I have $100 and I want to buy 100 coins because each coin goes for $1. So I should be able to spend $100 and get 100 coins. Well, what if one person is selling 99 of those coins at $1 a piece? Well, I'm just going to grab them. I got 99. I only need one more. Who else has it? Well, nobody has it, but somebody's got one for $1.05. Okay, I'll do it. Now I have my full 100 tokens. I got it for $100.05, and I can live with that. That's slippage. That's how far you're willing to go deeper into the pool to get all of the tokens you're looking for. Now I have BNB up here, Binance.us, and I'm going to show you this one for people that are familiar with this, with a trading platform more of buying. And that's right in here. So these are people that are selling. These are people, or excuse me, these are people that are buying. These are people that are selling. So this person's looking to buy it at 31.48. This guy's only willing to sell it at 31.50. And if this guy did decide to buy his, but he wanted more than, say, the 5 that are available, 5.13, so on and so forth here. If he wanted 10, he would need to buy this guy's and this guy's. So he would have to buy it from this guy at 3150, and then from this guy at 3159. So because he had to buy it from the next guy to get his full 10, if he wanted a full 10 right here, he would have to buy from both of these people. So he's not going to get it for the price that he wants. He's going to get it for the price he wants for half of them, but the other half are going to be a little bit more expensive. So where you look at it like that, that's what people over here would call slippage. And that's it right here. This is your slippage tolerance. All of the sites have them. 0.5 is the accepted range that you typically go for. If you're looking for a large amount of a token, you may need to increase your slippage to go further into the chart, to go all the way back, 4 or 5 people back before you finally get the amount of tokens you want. It may not be for the exact price you want, but you'll get the tokens you want. Same idea in the trading charts over here. So you work your slippage and you get what you want. I typically leave it where it's at, and I'm usually pretty good. We've been talking for a minute, so the price changed, so we're going to click that, and we're going to go ahead and click Confirm Swap. I'll get a window right over here, and this is for the transaction request. We can see we're doing 338. We're getting 339. Ooh, we're getting a little bonus on there, and it's going to cost us, boom, 45 cents for the transaction fee. Folks, it's usually pennies. Crypto today is really booming. Bitcoin is just going parabolic right now, and there's a lot of congestion on the network, so fees go up. You ever use one of those traffic lanes on the interstate and you can get on it for like $1, but when it's during rush hour time, it costs $3 or $4 or $5 to get into that fast lane? That's gas fees. When it's more congestion, it costs you more to get on the fast lane. When there's more congestion, it costs you a little bit more, and that's a lot. We're going to go ahead and confirm it anyway, just because I was saying I was going to do this. So we go through it right there, and we can see it went through. We can look up here. We can see it's available on BNB Scan. That's their scan software for their blockchain. And I'll show it to you really super quick. The transaction happened 9 seconds ago. It was a call, which means we were just doing a straight trade for it. It went from here to there. It went and swapped for the transaction fee right here. It cost us the gas fee right there. Has all your information if you ever want to look up any of your transactions. So it's all right there for you. So that's PancakeSwap. And if you want to do something on the Polygon chain, typically you would do it over on QuickSwap. Same idea. Connect your wallet, and you're on the Polygon chain, and you swap over here. And we're on the BNB. You would go over to Polygon chain, and then you would work in the Polygon chain. So that's how you do it between tokens and coins that are swapped within their own chain or, say, network. Now, if you want to go from the Avalanche chain to the Binance chain, for instance, that's where we're going to get into it over here on a site called Rubik. Now, this is how you fund your wallet, and this is something that you're going to definitely want to do. Like I said in the beginning, if you were on crypto.com and you bought some Polygon and you bought $100 worth of Polygon, you would send it to your Polygon wallet. Now, how would you get BNB and Avalanche to those wallets? Because like I said, you need a little bit of their token for their native token to do any swaps or trades. So all you do here is connect your wallet over here. We'll choose Metamask. It brings up a window. It's asking again, would you like to interact? I'm going to say connect. There we go. So now what we do is we would go down to the Polygon chain. We would choose the Polygon that we have. Let's say, like I said, you bought $100 worth of Polygon. You would have your Polygon here. Then on this section, you would click the drop down. You would choose BNB, and then you would buy BNB. Now you'll be putting a little bit of BNB in your wallet. So when you are in your MetaMask wallet and you want to interact with it, I have a little bit of Polygon. I always keep a little bit of each, a little bit of BNB, and a little bit of AVAX, you see? And then that way I always have a little bit of money. Now, typically, like I said, network fees are usually pennies. Today they're a little bit higher, so I needed, 40, 50 cents for my transactions. So I keep a couple dollars in here. Typically, you only need like $1 or $2 because transaction fees are usually very, very low. So anyway, that's how you would send money. So if I wanted to send it to my AVAX wallet, I would click on AVAX or Avalanche Chain and then the AVAX token. And now I would send some of that Polygon to my AVAX wallet. And then I would have myself a little Avalanche if I ever wanted to do any transactions. We're doing some work on the Polygon chain right now, so we're going to go over to Polygon. You can see that I have $142 worth of USDT, and we're going to buy a token cross-chain. So I'm going to use Polygon here. I'm going to click on my USDT there. So Polygon chain, USDT token. I'm going to go on this chain and choose Binance. And then what do I want to buy over here? Let's look up some bonk. Let's get some bonk. So we got some bonk here. We have the USDT. Let's say we're going to do, I don't know, let's go $100 worth of bonk. So it's scanning different providers to see which one's going to give us the best rate. So we're going to let that go through. And then I'm going to show you over here, if I was to go through bonk, because that's where we're at on this page, and I put $100 worth of US dollar, I should get 32289. Let's look over here. 32889. You can see 3288. That's five. That's one. What's that? It's 100,000. So we're losing. We're not getting the full bonk. So if I was to actually take the amount that they were going to give me and look over here and put it over here, you would see we're getting $97.63 worth of bonk. We're not getting the full $100. Why is that? Well, these guys want to get their fees. All these places want to get a little, they want a nickel. This guy wants a nickel. Everybody wants a nickel, and it adds up. So that's how they get their trading fees on these platforms. Don't forget, you're still going to have a gas fee. So let's go ahead and preview this swap. We can see it's going through, looks good. We'll click swap. We'll have a window pop up over here. Now it's got a spending cap request first. It's how much USDT do you want to allow to go through this transaction? Well, it's saying we want 100, and that's correct. So it's going to cost us 1 cent to confirm this on the blockchain for how much money we want to be able to spend. So you can see manage allowance right there. Now it's working on the actual transaction. Now I'll bring that window over, and you can see it's $100. And we're going to be going to the Rubik exchange. Okay, so it's 10 cents for the transaction fee. I'll tell you what, not bad. I'll take a 10-cent transaction fee over going through the Ethereum chain and paying, $100. I tell you, you'd spend $8 or $9 in gas fees for the same transaction for $100. It's ridiculous. So we're going to let this go through. Okay, it looks like it went through on the source chain. So if I was to come up here to my MetaMask wallet, you can see that now I don't have the 144. I only have 44. So it took the 100 and now it's swapping it. What it's doing is it's finding somebody who's willing to accept $100 in Tether USDT on the Polygon chain and take out of their other pocket and give me bonk. So that's what it's really doing. It's an exchange. It's like taking your money to an exchange place if you went to another country and say, yeah, I'll give you this USDT for whatever currency of the country you're in. And they would say, okay, well, you're giving me $100, but I'm only going to give you $99 worth of the currency because I need $1 for my service, to do it. So that's kind of how it works. All right, so we can click done. It's still going through on the target chain side, and we're going to let that go through for a minute, and we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to show you how to disconnect the wallets, and then we're going to wrap this up. So now you know how to trade within each chain, whether it be the Trader Joe, PancakeSwap, or QuickSwap for Avalanche, Binance, or Polygon. You also know how to install all of those chains because you watched my video, which of course, again, there'll be a link over there at the end of this video. But now you also know how to swap cross-chain. So if you want to send some money to your other wallets to fund them. Now, personally, Bonk is available on the Ethereum chain and the Binance chain. I buy it on the Binance chain because the gas fee is nothing compared to the Ethereum chain. That's why I love things like this cross-swapping, because I really don't want to use the Ethereum chain and pay the gas fees. This is so much cheaper. So that's why I love using these different chains, because between the Polygon, Avalanche, and Binance chain, I can find almost all the coins and tokens that are listed across the entire crypto sphere. It's got everything, and they do have quite a few listed. So it's worth checking out. I'm not recommending any of these sites. They're just sites that I've used and do use. Rubik I use more often because I like it. And here's a little something else. Let's say you had some BNB and you had some Tether you had some USDT. You may want to look and see what this trade would cost. Well, here, compared to going on to, say, PancakeSwap and doing that same trade, you may find that PancakeSwap charges a little bit more in fees than Rubik's does. Or you may find that Rubik today charges a little bit more fee and PancakeSwap is a little cheaper. So I recommend looking at both. So if you're doing same chain transfers, even though you might be on PancakeSwap, I would check what it costs over here on Rubik as well, because sometimes you can save $1 or $2. And I know it's only $1 or $2, but hey, it's $1 or $2. So now that we've connected to all these sites, how do we get the hell out of these sites and get rid of them all? So we're going to click up here, these little dots, and we're going to go down to all permissions. And you can see the sites that we had connected to. So we're going to click on one, we're going to click disconnect, disconnect, and back. There used to be a disconnect all button down here. I don't know why they got rid of it. So now you have to go through each one. And again, there's no reason that these people should have access to your wallet when you're not logged in and online. And by leaving those permissions open like that, they do have access to your wallet. So I always recommend getting rid of those. Anyway, y'all, I hope this video helped. I hope you learned a little bit more on how to swap within each chain, cross-chain, how to install chains on your Metamask wallet, and really interact with the world around you rather than being confined to just only a couple wallets. Metamask is a great wallet, and there's so many options out there and so many projects to be involved in. I hope you liked it. I hope you get involved in it. I appreciate y'all checking in. If you want to subscribe to the channel, the button's right over there. If you want to watch that video on how to put those chains on there, like I said during the video earlier, I'd have a card up, but at the end of the video now, it's over there. I'll see y'all next time. Once again, thanks for checking in.